On the 24th of November 2020, Scotland became the first country in the world to provide free and universal access to period products. Local authorities now must ensure that anyone who needs them is able to access period products free of charge.
The result of the vote on motion 23328 in the name of Monica Lennon is yes 121. There were no votes against, there were no abstentions. The motion is agreed and the Period Products Free Provision Scotland Bill is passed.
The bill was unanimously approved after 4 years of grassroots campaigning led by Monica Lennon, MSP for Central Scotland and Labour spokesperson for the economy. It came into law on January 12, 2021. The programme is estimated to cost about £8.7 million a year.
We are standing tall on the shoulders of generations of feminists, trade unionists and equality campaigners. Periods should never be a barrier to education or push anyone into poverty. Women, girls and all people who menstruate deserve period dignity.
The legislation also requires schools, colleges and universities to supply products for free. In places such as the University of Glasgow, pads and tampons are now available for any students who needs them.
Scotland will not be the last country to consign period poverty to history, but we have the chance to be the first. To campaigners like Victoria Heaney, whose research helped people see that period poverty is real.
National research study led by Victoria Heaney, who ran the campaign Free Period Scotland, revealed that nearly 1 in 5 women experience period poverty and fall back on using substitutes such as toilet paper, pillowcases or even newspaper.
In a nutshell, period poverty is not having the money or the resources to access the products or the type of things that you need to manage your period. It all came around because we wanted to politicise period poverty. When I was carrying out the research, I was thinking, a small return would be great. But because women in Scotland had decided that they were ready to talk about this subject and they were ready to get vocal and they wanted to see change, the uptake in the research project was just phenomenal. Monica's work has been incredible too, and I can take no claim for being involved in a lot of that process as well. But I think quite rightly so, she has referenced the work of Free Period Scotland as being the pioneer in that process. We kind of opened the door as well.
In the UK, women are estimated to spend on average £13 a month on period products and pain relief. This works out as around £18,000 throughout their life.
We work with over 200 donation partners across the UK, and that covers everyone from food banks to women's shelters to charities to community hubs. I think the really, really clever thing about the buy one, give one model is that consumers have a direct impact on their community as well. So just as an example, we work with a charity called Freedom for Girls, who are based in Leeds. And the fantastic thing about these guys is that whenever we give them a delivery of product, they will distribute that product within maybe 5 to 10 different, kind of central organisations within the Leeds community. So that means that that product is going specifically to the places that we know that need it. The introduction of the Free Period Products Bill was a real massive step in the right direction. We think sends a massive message to how we prioritise women's health as a nation. You as a person, if you have ever been faced with the choice of whether you are going to buy more food for your family at home or you're going to buy period protection for yourself, it's not good enough to ask those people to even have to make that choice in the first place.
Statistics from Plan International UK revealed that in 2017, 1 in 10 women have been unable to afford period products. During the lockdown, figures went up to 3 in 10. Research reveals that in the UK, 49% of girls missed an entire day of school because of the periods, whilst nearly 71% admitted feeling embarrassed buying period products. Meanwhile, in developing countries, about 30% of girls drop out of school as soon as they get them.
If I saw the faces on some people who you'd give to read these statistics and people who have heard these statistics, they don't even believe it. That's one of the challenges we faced, is trying to get people to actually believe that it's a problem. It really opened my eyes when I was doing my postgraduate course. One of my course mates did a whole case study on the practice of chapodi in Nepal. And it's worth noting that this practice has been illegal in Nepal since 2005, but is still practiced in many communities. As soon as a girl starts menstruating, she would be banished to a hut, mud hut, or a shed for the duration of her period. So it involves banishing menstruating women to go away. It's dirty what you're going through. So it involves the word literally uses banishing. It is believed that if they're not banished, and if they stay, that they'll bring their family bad luck or ill health. So when you've got practices like that existing, it does say a lot about how these women would feel about discussing periods.
Inspired by Scotland, New Zealand and France joined the movement. As from June 2021, free pads and tampons will be made available in every public school around New Zealand. France announced its target to display 1,500 period products dispensers in university health services and residences. Tackling period poverty is not just about having the ability to manage menstrual blood safely and in dignity. The need for wider public education on menstruation is also central in the discussion.